Hi guys, sorry about that. I have invited her. I don't know where she is. I'm getting a message from her to say it's taking a while to load. So hopefully she will be able to see this video. I've sent her a request. So yeah, I've just got to wait for her. I know she's out and about tonight, doing a talk somewhere. So she's been really kind to be able to take some time out to speak to us tonight. So I'm hoping that she can load on her phone. So we'll just wait a little while. How's your day been? If there's anyone out there, I've had a funny Wednesday. It's been really busy at my work. Just waiting for Kay. So yeah, here she is. Let me add her. Yes. Oh, technology. Add. I'll receive a notification to join her. I've not done this one before, so it's interesting. Always good to. I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, move out of the sun.
Hi.
Hello.
So hi everyone. So you're out and about tonight.
Yes, I'm out. I'm out and about at a meeting with sharing some oils with people. So I'm not in my home environment. So I've walked out into. I'm at a childcare centre, and so I've walked out into the beautiful garden here. So yes.
Yeah, gorgeous. How are you?
I'm good.
We've had a few difficulties, but this always happens.
Yes,
and I think I love this is what I love about Facebook and playing with technology that we used to get I used to get so strung out about it. And I'm just like, yeah, whatever, we'll get there, hey?
Yes.
So, Kate, I would love for you to tell me more about your story because you used to be a teacher. Do you still teach?
I just do a little bit of part-time teaching.
Yeah.
And I came across Young Living Oils about in 2010, and I bought a beautiful kit because I wanted something nice to put on my body that wasn't a perfume, because I'm aware of what perfumes can do, and I'm aware of making sure that we actually put good things on our body so that we're looking after our cell life and keeping ourselves vital and uplifted. And so anyway, I bought a kit of oils in 2010, and when I opened them and smelt them, I thought, oh my gosh, this is absolutely nothing like I've ever smelt before, because I actually hadn't even had the opportunity to smell these oils before I started using them. So so when I opened them, I went, oh my gosh, this is something very unique and unusual. And so
you had never used them before prior to
I hadn't used these oils before. I had used a bit of eucalyptus oil that I've bought from the supermarket, or I've bought a few things from a health food shop thinking they were, really good. They're essential oils. They're wonderful. But buying Young Living has taken me on a journey of doing some research behind the scenes about what the world of essential oils. So I discovered that essential oils there's a whole industry there, and the labelling laws state that you only have to put a little bit of a pure essential oil in the bottle, and you can still label it as 100% pure. So what most essential oils have is added synthetics in their bottles. So it's something, what they can do is mimic an essential oil in the laboratory. And so you're actually not getting, they only have to put, I don't know whether it's 2 or 3, I'm not sure the exact amount, but only a little bit of oil in a bottle. So smelling our oils and appreciating them, they're very strong. People kind of open the lid and have a smell and go, oh my gosh, this is, then sometimes when they smell our peppermint oil, they nearly keel over because it's 100% pure. So
it's a rush.
They're really good quality, yes. So we have a seed to seal promise. So our company knows where the seeds come from. They know how the oils how the plants have grown, and they know how they're distilled. So there's a whole art around that as well. And we know there's no chemicals or pesticides. And our whole company has built on sustainable practices as well. So some essential oil companies will say, well, ours are all wild crafted. However, you can have, which sounds great, and that sounds wonderful. However, is there wild crafting creating a sustainable situation where they're replanting and growing and things like that? So our company we have farms all around the world, And the good news is that we've just partnered with a farm on Flinders Island, and they're producing
Right.
Kunzia for Young Living. And
Cool.
I'm hoping there might be more good news about Tassie, but it's all in the rumour stage. A little bit more
Yeah,
than the rumour
right. That's
stage.
really
Yeah,
exciting, really, that
absolutely.
you know,
Yes.
to go back to the local community. And I think what really well, I didn't realize it's about essential oils, because firstly,
Yes.
you know, before I knew about it, it's kind of like you kind of don't know how to use them, and then you kind of go, oh, I'll just try some from the chemist or the
Yeah.
supermarket, as you say. And certainly when you get a really good quality oil, you can smell the difference. And I certainly had no idea about the labeling either, so you know, it's really
Yes.
good to
And that's
about
worldwide.
that.
So that, yes, that's
Yeah.
worldwide labelling, like most. Yes. So which is So my role really is to educate. A lot of my role is to educate people around that, and then educate people about how to use oils in your everyday life. So they've become a part. I call them my friends. So my traveling buddies. Yes. Yeah.
You do find that, you know, that they can help you in different, you know, if you're feeling stressed or you're needing more focus and things like that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Having that, focusing on that sense does help.
Because when we smell anything, it goes straight in through we breathe it in, and then it goes straight into the limbic area of our brain, and then that gets distributed right through our body. So in the amygdala, or in our brain, that's where we store memories, and when we create our mindset or our thinking, or where our thoughts come from. So using our high quality essential oils, actually they're very transformational because of the way they work. So once we smell them, and they go through our brains, and they go right all the way through your body. So because we're breathing them in, they go through our lungs, and within seconds they're distributed right through our body. Have I lost you?
Wow. Because we don't, I think in our modern can you hear me?
Yeah.
I think in modern day healthcare and sciences, we really, you know, I know as an audiologist, you know, it's just coming to light now that you can use sound for therapy and for healing, and really olfactory smelling is another sense that we tend to neglect, isn't it? You know, we tend to just take the time. So like it's something that's worth looking into. Now, the founder of Young Living has quite an inspirational story. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Okay, so Gary Young was he was brought up with a family on a farm in a country area, and so he's basically really the salt of the earth kind of guy. And he was in a logging accident, and he was deemed paraplegic. Well, he was paraplegic, but he was told by the medical profession that he would never walk again. And he was in a lot of extreme pain for many long years. And he eventually decided, he was, you know, quite depressed, and he eventually decided that he wanted to he threw his medications in the bin, and he went on this whole journey around health and healing. And along that journey, he came across essential oils, and that's when he discovered the power of essential oils, and came to learn how they work in the cells in our bodies, and also how they work on emotional levels. So he started, and he traveled once he got out. I'm fading out here. Anyway, I'll just keep talking. Yes, I'd cut out for a minute.
But you lost for a little bit.
Yes. Oh, we're lost again. I'll just keep talking. So what happened was he went to France, and hello, you're back again. He went to France and studied, learned. Are you on? Learned about essential oils.
I can hear you now.
Great. And it's cutting in and out, so I'll just keep trying. He learned how to distill oils from a master distiller in France, and he took some lavender seeds back to America, and he started propagating them there, and they worked really well. And he distilled a small amount of oil and sent that back to France, and they tested it, and they said, Gary, where did you get this oil from? absolutely amazing. It's the best oil we've ever actually sampled and looked at, because they use, you know, lots of research, lots of high-tech equipment to actually diagnose. That's not quite the word, but to test what's in the oils. And so Gary was absolutely thrilled when he distilled his small amount of something like 150 mils. And then what happened in France was the essential oil industry, the lavender industry, they had a lot of rain and all the plants got viruses, and also due to the pesticides and chemicals, they weren't strong plants and the soil was depleted, so they all got viruses on them, and then the farmers had to pull all their plants out and burn them, I guess, and get rid of them. So then they approached Gary and said, would you please bring give us some seed and come back and work with us? And we now have a very big area in the Provence area in France where the plants are growing, and we have a lot of farmers there who are cooperatively farming and distilling the oils there, and they're one of our partner farms. And the farmers are so thrilled because now they've got their livelihood back, and they've got some.
Yeah, what a story.
It's a great story. So
it's incredible.
yeah. So Gary is in the business of purchasing more land to create more oils, or partner farming with people, and I'm definitely hopeful that there might be more people in Tassie who might be interested.
Yeah,
the climate here's.
I mean, what really struck me about this story, not only because he had healed himself through the essential oils, but even that story as an entrepreneurial journey, it's really just, you know, he had something that he needed. He helped himself and healed himself, and then he thought, well, I'm going to go and share this with others, and the synchronicity of them, what happened, and then to be able to, you know, have saved these seeds and then be able to bring to help with. I mean, I just think it's such a beautiful story. I remember hearing you tell it the very first time at one of our meetups. So I was blown away. You kind of you see on Facebook people are selling the oils, and of course the labeling side is important, but when you hear about the story behind it, you know, then you realize, you know what, all the businesses, they start somewhere, and it's one thing leads to another, and it's opportunity arises. So yeah, it is such a beautiful story. So you've talked a little bit about how essential oils work. I know you've got some really special blends that are just perfect for entrepreneurs. So what are your three go-to oils?
So here, I've just got 3 bottles here in my hand to show you, and it's probably back the front.
I wish I could.
I know we want a smell-a-thon, a Facebook smell-a-thon, and an app or something. You never know. One day that might happen. This one here is called Highest Potential. So if we are looking to run a business, we're looking, you know, we can use some of these oils. So this one is, you know, you use it if you think, right, I want to create a business and use my highest potential with my business. Another one is Surrender. So there are times where, you know, your business, you might be in overload. I mean, just because we've got businesses, it doesn't mean life is perfect all the time. And sometimes, whatever perfect is, sometimes we just need to surrender to whatever's happening. And the oils actually help us cope emotionally and vibrationally. So you mentioned audiology and sound healing. Well, these all work on a vibrational level.
And yeah, like we're discovering that now, aren't we?
Absolutely. Well, they're even putting probes on people's heads now. The Japanese have come up with these little things. So you put probes on people's heads, and you can inhale an oil, and it's showing you what's happening with your brain waves. And they're also discovering what parts of your brain are being activated when you're smelling the oils. So I find that truly exciting.
It makes total sense. Yeah, it's just, you know, I just feel it is such an amazing time for kind of alternative healthcare now, because that used to be mainstream until the science kicked in and picking up with each other. Such an exciting time. What's the third?
And this one's abundance. Now, who in the world of entrepreneurship doesn't want some abundance? So I place this one on my heart every day, and I also have a little diffuser. So that's one of my favourites. I just open the little door here and put some oil on a felt pad, and that means, you
Yeah.
know, the aroma of the oil is always with me. And for those who are interested in energetic healing or creating a high energy, so what these do is actually they're in your aura and in your energy field all the time. And so, you know, your ability to stay upbeat and high vibration and keep up with your schedules, the oils actually, these days for me, it's like the oils actually keep me going. So, you know,
Yeah.
if you're well oiled, you can keep up with what's going on. And when
Or it's even taking that extra moment in the morning, like instead of putting perfume on, to really, it's a bit of self-care. It's setting the intention, going,
absolutely.
what would I like today? You know,
Yes,
so
that's right.
tie that as well.
Yes.
So definitely,
absolutely. And then we have other things like, you know, for the people who are sitting over their laptops all day and you get a quick neck and a sore
That's me.
back, we have some beautiful roll-ons, one called Deep Relief, and you can just get your roll-on out and roll it up and down your back. And or if I've had a heavy day in the garden and I've kind of, you know, pushed my body a little bit further than I needed to, I just get out my roll-ons and or apply my massage oils to myself before I go to bed, or put them on my feet. And in the morning you wake up and you think, oh gosh, last night, you know, I was thinking I was going to have a terrible day because my back was so sore. And the oils actually work their magic in so many ways like that as well. So, or in your office, I have a diffuser in my office. So you add some water to a diffuser and then you put some drops of oil in that, and peppermint's a good one to keep you uplifted, or one of my favourites at the moment, because I'm creating my dreams and visions and things, is Into the Future, so that they actually help give you, they just do so many things of, they're very subtle, but they're very powerful. So you might have new visions or new ideas, or they just awaken us in so many ways.
Yeah.
And then another idea is to put the oils in your drinks. So in my water, I put lemon or orange or peppermint. We have a culinary set of oils that we can use in our food and drinks. And we're the only oil company that I know of in Australia that has that. Other companies, of course, are going to be coming on board with that because they can see what we're doing with Young Living, and when someone else is on a good thing. However, I wouldn't take anyone else's oils because they don't have a seed to seal promise like we do. Yes. So I think you've got to do your homework with that. Yes.
Yeah. So can I ask you a question about your entrepreneurial journey? Because you are so passionate about what you do, and that really shows.
Yes.
How has this changed your life? Like, because your face just lights up when you talk about it.
Yeah, people look at me and go, look at you, you're radiant or you're glowing. And I just go, well, oils. And they look and go, oh, you know, some people will think, oh, yeah, she's just trying to sell me a bottle. But really, really, that's what they've done. They've raised my energy. I'm a primary school teacher by trade. I'm a mum. I've done the single parenting. I don't have a great deal of, I'm not set up for my future because I was so busy looking after the children. And this is a business now that I can run in my early 60s. I didn't like the idea of having to teach in the box of the education department for another X amount of years and coming home and sitting on the couch. Most teachers I know, they come home and they sit down and they're comatose. And I was often like that. Not so bad when you're a bit younger, but after many years you get worn down and you get tired, and the energy's in the classroom. You feel like, well, I used to bring a diffuser in the classroom sometimes, but and I know a lot of families whose children use the oils as well. They carry their own or whatever. So for me, it's given me a extreme hope for the future. And I've actually won 7 trips around the world. I've been to...
I've seen that. I've seen your pictures.
So I've been to the Utah farm where we grow lavender and quite a few other clary sage and lots of things. I've been to our farms in France, and I've also been to the Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood farm in October last year, and that was really, really exciting. So we get to go and talk to the people, you know, in the paddock, growing them and distilling them, or employed by Young Living in some capacity, and the employers are all really happy. They're all excited, and wherever Young Living goes, they actually raise the standard of the community, and they work with the local people and boost the community. And like in Nepal at the moment, they've got a project where they're up in one of at Yassa, where the earthquakes were. There's a village where nothing's been done, and Gary's been up there, and a lot of distributors go and they're rebuilding houses for Gary's invented a brick maker, and he's had 2 cent there, and they're rebuilding houses and schools, and then they educate the children on growing. And one of Gary's dreams is to have a distillery there now, of course.
Yes,
So
of course. What a beautiful story of giving back. And, you know,
and that for me, it's
not only
ticked all those boxes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think we all want to work for a company like that. You always want to feel you're part of something bigger than just the product or services that you're selling, and having really good people around. So it's just a beautiful story, and I'm so glad that we got to share it here tonight, because I think, you know, the meetups are fantastic when we do them, but we got such a wide audience here. So, you know, I was so excited when you said to me, let's do an interview. So
good.
How can people find out more from you? Aside, I mean, they can find you on Facebook.
Yes, they can find me on Facebook. They can tag me and become my friend. I have a little group where I share lots of oily things. I will have conversations or Skypes over the phone. I actually have people like this business. This is a global business. We have people all around the world can come and join my team on whatever capacity. If you just want to get some oils for your own use, or the other thing is, we don't just have oils. We have shampoos. We have cleaning products. So we ditch chemicals, and we've also come. Heidi, you might like this, or I might have told you this. We've got a beautiful makeup range. So it's all mineral makeup. So that's recently been launched. So, yes, find me on Facebook. Friend me from here. I can see Iris, you're saying wonderful. So lovely.
I've got Irene and Nikki, and hi, Jules. Juliet's there.
Just contact me. And anyone who's watched this video, if you decide to get a kit through me, I will be finding something nice. I'll talk to you in person, and I'll be giving you a freebie along the way. So after a discussion with you, we'll tailor something especially that's suited to your needs or wants or desires.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. I know you're actually in the middle of a workshop or something like that. So
we've got an oil sharing here. So we've got a group of people inside the hall here. There's another couple of people here who are working with me. One's doing something called emotional freedom technique.
Right.
And that's a way to smell the oils and to set your goals, and and to reprogram, you know, your subconscious to raise your mindset and create it's
kind of unlock that.
That is exactly.
There is so much going on in our minds, isn't there? And
it's
really great that we're embracing all our senses now.
Absolutely.
And helping us unlock be the best that we can be.
Yes.
Okay, where are you based?
I'm in Tasmania, but mentally I'm all over the globe.
You're in Hobart now.
I'm in Hobart now.
Tonight.
Yes. I came down to the Wellness Expo on the weekend.
Okay, gorgeous.
Yes.
Sisters Beach, am I remembering correctly?
Good memory. I'm at Sisters Beach, way up on the north coast, and tomorrow I'm heading to Queenstown. So I'll be there's an expo down there, so I'm there for 2 days, and I'll be in Launceston for a Body and Soul expo, and then I come down here to any chance I get to share the love of oils with people.
Yeah, exactly.
Is where I'm at.
Travel. That's awesome. What a beautiful lifestyle that you have too.
Oh, absolutely. It's definitely one for, like, today I was driving around Hobart today thinking, I wonder what all the people in their offices are doing, because, you know, I sat outside in the sun and could take as long as I like for lunch, or if I don't feel like working, I can go to the beach, or so there's that. it gives you that opportunity to make your own decisions. And
Mm.
I've just loved this journey. It's a journey towards doing what I want. Yes.
Well, thank you so much for taking time, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your night.
Okay, thank
So
you,
if
Heidi.
anyone else got any other questions,
Yes.
I will tag and she'll come back and check anyway.
Yes.
And,
Okay. Yes.
any questions people might have.
Okay. Thank you, Heidi. Thanks
All right.
for
See you later.
allowing
I'll
me
talk
to
to you
talk to
soon.
you tonight. And bye, everybody.
No
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.